Alright, so this is interlocking rings. So we got rings that are interlocked. Alright, we got some shading. And they are joined by this texture. So we could do a chain that's long, we could do a third one with a little thing in between. Here they are again, but I did not do the shading on this. But there is the shading, there is some shading on here. So this one is complete. You'll need a marker, but you will also need a pencil. As a matter of fact, we are going to start with a pencil. Your first thing that you need to do is draw a circle, a little smaller than a quarter, about the size of a nickel. So that's what you're going to start with. And do this in pencil and do it lightly because we're going to erase it after a bit. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in on that circle. Where'd that circle go? There it is. So it's about the size of a nickel. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put a football shape at the top and a football shape at the bottom. Then on the right, you're going to draw an eyeball shape, which is also kind of a football shape. And then you're going to do another football shape on the left. And then between each one, you're going to put the football or eyeball shape angling outwards. Then, starting at the first one that you did, this will be number 1. Don't you put a number 1 on yours. I'm just writing a number 1 so that you know that this is the first one that I did. Then you're going to draw an arc from 1 to 2. Then you're going to skip and do an arc from 3 to 4. Then you're going to skip and do an arc from 5 to 6. Then you're going to skip and do an arc from 7 to 8. Then take your trusty eraser and erase that circle. That circle was just to help you make sure you spaced out those footballs in an even way. Now, we're going to go on the inside now, and we're not going to start at 1. We're going to start at 2, the bottom of 2, and we're going to go from 2 to 3, then 4 to 5. So these are arcs, these are curves. Then 6 to 7, then 8 to 1, till we get this shape. Now we get to double these. Let's start with right here. See where we're starting? We're starting right here. And then we're going to go to here. And we're going to go and echo that shape to create the first ring. And then we're going to do this one. The second one, there should be 4. Can you see the other 2 before I draw them? You're right. Here's one. Now these are pretty thin. You want space between, but you don't want too much space, because you're going to want to have space here for what comes next. Then we're going to go and put 4 on the inside. Don't make it too fat or else you won't be able to fit the rest in. I got 2 more. Can you see them before I do them? Did you see this in your mind? How about this? Okay, so now we're going to go on the outside again. And what you want to do is see this ring, and I'm going to have it continue out and around, and it's going to join this ring. But just like all of the other patterns, it's going to come out this way, and they're going to join out here. But just like all the patterns, I never cross a line. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to go to the outside of the other side, right there. The next ring would be right here, and it's going to go out like that. But it should not cross any lines. And if they don't link up, that's because you weren't looking at where it's going to start and where it's going to end, and you need to be able to see that while you draw it. So if your hand is in the way, well, turn the paper so you can see your starting point and see your ending point as you draw it. It's going to be two-sided because we want a shape. We got one more. Can you see where it's going to be before I do it? Sure enough, here it is. So it's going to be a curve, like an arc. I am just about done drawing the lines and almost ready to shade. But now what I do is I look between the rings here and see if I got to connect them. And here's another one. And oh, it's just a tiny bit right there. And this is invisible because I didn't have enough room for it. So if you have more room, make sure you close them off in between by the short little lines. Now you're ready to shade. I'm going to do that in the next video.